Welcome back. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're coming from. Appreciate you returning back to Dan's Trades, where I'm doing some personal journaling of my trades, video journaling, whatnot. As always, none of this is financial advice, purely educational and/or entertainment purposes. And since it's been a while, I think it was like the 14th was the last time we saw some trades on the channel. I did take a couple trades when we came back from vacation last Friday, so we were gone for a while, took vacation out of town, didn't want to trade. Came back and last Friday, I took some more trades, 23rd on NQ. Part of my personal development and learning is I was not in a good mental headspace to be trading, and I still made the mistake looking at a 5-minute chart here on NQ. Clearly took a trade chasing, was looking to maybe play a fair value gap, but literally used market orders and got in literally at the top. It's the beautiful thing about market orders is you can almost top tick a move, so maybe I should come up with a strategy for that. Haha, not gonna do that. Long story short, I was down here, very unhappy with myself, and walked away from the afternoon and made the mistake of revenge trading after I saw some interesting price signatures, and I was looking for a potential rally in the PM, which did not come to fruition, and I ended up tripling my losses. So I was down $1,800, I think it was. This was about $500. This was another $1,000. Horrible day. Hell of a way to go into the weekend, but did some personal reflection, said what happened, and I made decisions over the weekend, and I said I'm going back to trading ES, completely revamping my trading plan. I'm going back to 5-handle trades and 2-handle stops in ES. NQ is great to trade, but you need really tight stops. So I'm just going back to basics, basically. Long story short. Let me get the long tool back on here because I want both. How did I actually lose that? Stand by. That's supposed to be on there. Where did you go? Oh, it's just right there. Apparently I moved that in the way. Okay. Alright, so we're not doing 1-to-1s, we're doing 2.5-to-1s. 2-point stops, 5-handle targets, leaving runners in the future potentially. And this morning when I came into it, as we can see, I haven't traded all this week. Just doing some markups, looking at just watching price, doing some tape reading. Came in today, marked out the 15-minute buy side and sell side, which happens to be the exact London session today. So sell side down here, buy side up here on 15-minute increments. So I'm also updating the way I'm annotating my chart, making it a little bit cleaner, dropping down to a 5 as we started watching the open, and I'm now executing once again on 1-minute charts. So we'll pull this over. There's my other tool. I knew I had it on there somewhere. It was just hiding from me. Okay, so there's the long tool, there's the short tool. That's my targets. I just keep them there looking for opportunities. Alright, so now we're on the 1-minute chart, anticipating higher prices, and we're just going to follow the PD race. So first PD array forms after a little down move, post open on the 930. Second PD array forms, set a limit order, first entry 50.74. Price runs up. Let's grab my long tool here. So here's what we're looking at as the trade idea. Well within our target. So target doesn't have to hit terminus, or the trade doesn't have to hit terminus to be profitable. So that's why we're switching up my trade plan here. So there's our idea. And then we're just going to follow the PD raise in price. So as we watch and look at this, so one entry, price formed another 1-minute fair value gap, which is good, so we drew that out. As soon as PD arrays are no longer respected, as it closes below here, we're closing the trade out. So proper management of trades. Yeah, I could have turned around and go up, very well could, but we're managing profits and we're not giving profits back. So tight stops A, so stops here, whereas technically it should be below this swing low. But with my new strategy of 5 and 2, I'll get stopped out. I don't want to go all the way down here until I get stopped. I don't need, you know, that's a less than 1-to-1 trade. That's not going to get it done. If I'm wrong, I'm going to be wrong right away. That's why I got the 2-point stops. So 2-point stop is there, and or disrespect of PD arrays, which is exactly what happened here. So following up, price traded up, respecting consequent encroachment, never closing below. And we see we did a mohawk here, but was still within our 2-point swing. So price rallied, broke these equal highs, just ticked over this one. Still weren't up to our 5-point profit yet, but as soon as this ran up, we formed another 1-minute PD array. And in this candle, it did not respect it. So we stopped out the trade right there. So the stop was moved to protect that. So we're protecting profits, aggressive on stops. First trade's done, small profits, that's good. Second trade, limit order set right on the fair value gap again. As we see, prices never close below consequent encroachment, looking for higher prices. Trade number 2, runs up, runs back down, completely breaks down, gets below this PD array now, and since we didn't respect that, also close that trade out. Third trade, coming off of this PD array now, looking for another entry, did not respect it, stopped out right here, and then we dropped down to a 30-second chart just to see exactly what was going on. Maybe we can refine it, looking for re-entries. And this will make much more sense on the final trades. So there's our reset. Trade 1, entry, trade 1, exit, trade 2, entry, exit. So we're 1 profit, 1 small stop, second entry. Now you see it right on the very first PD array. And this one was stopped out when we didn't respect this one. So first trade stopped, no respect here. Second trade stopped, no respect here. Third trade, off of the original 1-minute PD array entry, no respect, stopped out. Then we reset. We're going to wait for price to get back above. This was a human error somewhere in the trading. I was looking to set up a new bracket order, and it just immediately entered and exited right away within 1 tick. So I didn't exactly see what I did wrong from a human perspective there, but that wasn't actually a trade. Well, it was actually a trade, but it wasn't a planned trade, I should say. So it was a 1 tick stop out. Then we were waiting for price to get back above, just waiting for it to do something. Finally, here on this candle, we broke above with forming a PD array because I did not use this one. Just didn't see it in time. That would have been a potential entry, but I was not in this small little fair value gap right here. This one I did see move up, formed another 30-second fair value gap, set an entry at right here. So close above, coming back down, respecting consequent encroachment, looking for multiple confirmations. Then we get it on an entry right here. Price comes up, taps it, and then closes. Waits, no, 1 tiny mohawk below consequent encroachment, but no close below. Very important. And then we run up. So here's our 5-point, and this is where I made a human error again. There's looking to get out error. So instead of the 5 target take profit, I had it set on 25 ticks as a mental mistake. So it was at 6 1/4 versus, so I was thinking 25 instead of 20 for some strange reason at that point in time. Probably just because of mental fatigue of going through this. You only have so much mental capital. So as I noticed I was at 6 1/4, not 5, I said, oh, I missed my 5-point exit, which was right here or here. Looking at for these 30 seconds, and just closed out right here. Next one did come up in advance. Then we looked and said, do we have any more opportunities? Did not take this trade, just continued to watch for a little while. Looking to see if we do respect this. We see price comes down, never did want to get below. So I attempted one more trade, and here's where I did some testing, even though I know better, but this is just what happened. This is a market order. You can see the horrible fill. Closed out on the no respect. So now we're down to one positive, small stop, second small stop, mistake, positive, and a small stop. So we're about even, about 2 for 2 there, give or take. Final trade, price gets back above. We're closing above, so we set up limit order right again. And this time we took 2 contracts, knowing this is probably going to be my last trade as I'm expending my mental capital. Here's the thought process there. She ticks it perfect. On the second, took one. The first one was taken off as we were making new highs. You see this swing high here and this high here. As soon as we started making new highs was my first exit at 50.79. We're long from 50.75. Then the final exit right there at 5 points, 50.80.75. So 5 ticks on the nuts. Spikes up above, keeps running later. Interesting here is it comes within 1 tick, but look at what it does hit. This dotted line we see is the true day open, the midnight open. And price has not been above it all day. Price never went down to the sell side either. So sell side liquidity is still there, buy side liquidity is still there, never changed. So just a big range day here between 50, we'll just call it 50.88 and 56, so 20-point range, and just looking to take 5-point chunks out of it where we can. So that was the day, and I'm happy with that. Where we ended up with that, $336.40 in profit. We'll take that for a day back, and we're moving on up, back to basics, 5 handles on ES. Hope that helps. Hope it's some insight for you and show you some more tools and whatnot going forward. I'm starting to use analytics and journaling tools, but I will cover that more later in the future. Appreciate you swinging by. Throw some questions, throw some comments. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see or anything going forward. As we see, we're just about coming up on the close here. We got 15 minutes to the close. Yeah, we're just in right in the middle, right in equilibrium basically of sell side and buy side. All right. Thanks again, and remember, tomorrow is promised for none of us. Live for today. Take care.